Welcome. Today we're talking about how to find the surface area of cylinders. So remember, surface area of a solid is the combined area of all the surfaces. And to find the surface area of any solid, we need to know the shape of each surface. So a cylinder is a three-dimensional solid based on rotation, which gives it circular bases. Imagine a can of beans or soup or even dog food. Now, to find the surface area of this cylinder, we need to find the area of both circular bases. Now, that should be easy enough. We know how to find the area of a circle. But we also need to find the area of this curved wall that wraps around the cylinder, and that is not quite as straightforward to imagine how to find the area of that shape. So basically this is the label from whatever can you were imagining. Let's unwrap that label and see what it looks like. So here's our original blue and green can. We're going to put a white label on it. Now let's unwrap the label from the can. We're going to peel it off or slice it. If you decide to try this out at home, please be very careful using a knife or just peel it where it was glued. But we're going to unwrap the label from the can. Here's our unwrapping. Once we've got that fully unwrapped, we realize it's a rectangle. So finding the area of this is not going to be as hard as you might have thought. It's just going to be length times width or base times height, however you want to consider it. Now the height of this label matches the can height exactly. So if you're given the height of the cylinder, you know the height of the rectangle. The base, though, remember, the base is what wrapped around the edge of the circle. And if you remember vocabulary from years past, something around the edge of the circle is called the circumference. So circumference of a circle, the formula for that is 2 times pi times the radius. Generally, in your cylinder problems, you'll be given height and you'll be given radius, which is actually all you need for this. So to find the area of the label, we're going to use our base times our height, 2 pi r times h, and that is all you'll need to do. So let's put it all together and find the surface area of this cylinder with 10 centimeter height and 4 centimeter radius. First, let's do what I feel like is the easy part. Let's find the area of the circle at the top. Remember, our circle formula for area is pi times r squared. Radius there is 4, so we'll plug that in. 4 squared is 16. So we multiply this out and we get 50.26548. Now we do have a lot more to do with these numbers, so don't round them yet. We've got the top, now we'll go for the bottom. Lucky for us, the bottom is exactly the same as the top, so we've got that part already. Now let's find how big this rectangular label is. Now we decided this was a rectangle where we were going to use the height of the can multiplied by the circumference of the circle. So h times 2 pi r is that part of the formula. So we know the height is 10 times 2 pi times the radius, which was 4. As we start multiplying this out, 10 times the 2 is 20, 20 times the 4 is 80, and then we'll go to our calculators to find 80 pi. We get 251.32741. So now we've got the area of that rectangular label. That covers all of our surfaces. We had the 2 flat surfaces and the one that was wrapped around. So we're ready to find our total now. We'll add these up. And our total surface area is 351.85837. We'll go ahead and round this to the nearest tenth. 85 rounds up to 9. And they did tell us our measurements were in centimeters, so our area will be centimeters squared. There's our final answer. So really, even though cylinders look a little different than what we've been working with our surface areas, once we think about how this is all put together, it's really not so bad. Now remember, we do have that formula for that rectangular section to be the height times the circumference. So check back in the video if you needed that. But really, that's all you should need for your cylinders. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.